I guess, don't cross over state lines. So another one of those statistical anomalies. Like, as soon as you cross Pennsylvania, it's 100% Biden. And they're very enthusiastic. But you cross into Ohio, and they're 100% Trump. It's just that state line, you know? Anyways, let's keep moving with the super chats. Daniel Huffman says, what's the ETA to Ormond Beach? The ETA to Ormond Beach from where we are, I believe, is 3.5 hours. But the event is scheduled to kick off at 6:30 p.m. Kathy Anderson says, prophecy says Trump is president for 2 terms and God's never wrong. God doesn't make mistakes, I'll tell you that much. So if you think about it, this fraud and corruption had to happen in order for it to be exposed and brought to light. Would we even have known any of this had Hillary won? If Hillary won, we would all still be asleep. Who knows where I would be? I definitely wouldn't be here holding this microphone. That's that poor pup back there. If Hillary would have won, we would have not seen all of this corruption exposed. We would have seen endless wars. We would have continued to see the erosion of our Constitution and our liberties, especially as it relates to the pandemic. I heard some rumors, and these are unverified rumors, that Hillary was going to choose Bill Gates as her VP. Now imagine Bill Gates as VP with the pandemic and the Microsoft scientist, doctor that he is, what he would have in store for us.
That's out there. He has a vaccine, vaccine patent on the coronavirus. So, I mean, coronavirus isn't a new virus, but COVID-19 specifically is. But anyway, it's just sketchy.
Yeah. Good guy, I'm sure. Super good guy.
He recently lost his place ahead of Elon Musk. So Elon Musk is now the 2nd richest man in the world. He replaced Bill Gates as 2nd richest man. So now
maybe that's because he's bankrolling the World Health Organization, who we're taking our pandemic policy from.
Elon Musk said take the red pill. Who knows?
Oh, that could be it. That could be it. But yeah, anyway, thanks for all the super chats out there. Green Alumni is a Trump Club member. Thank you. This name I can't pronounce, but thank you for becoming a Lincoln Club member. And Simba Nala, welcome to the Lincoln Club. That's great. Love it. Love to see it, guys. So for all of you watching right now, if you're new, if you just tuned in, we are in Doral, Florida. Doral, Florida, where we're kicking off a nationwide March for Trump bus tour. The bus is around the bend over here around to my right, but we can't get a good shot of it yet. It is supposed to pull around here, and there's going to be speakers getting off that bus. We don't know when that's happening. It was supposed to start at 11, so they're a little bit 11 a.m. Eastern, so they're a little bit behind schedule. But for those of you tuning in, we are Right Side Broadcasting. If you're brand new, please subscribe, hit the bell notification. We're the only media out here. We're the only media that covered every single one of President Trump's rallies, start to finish, no interruption, no cutaways, no cut-ins, and no partisan spin, just straight up covering President Trump's rallies. We've been covering several on-the-ground, grassroots, pop-up events since election night. We covered different Stop the Steal rallies in Atlanta, Georgia. There was, of course, the big March for Trump in D.C. back on November 14th. We are going to be covering a Stop the Steal or press conference, something going on in Phoenix, Arizona tomorrow. And we're going to be traveling around the country. We're going to several different cities. In fact, let me just tell you where the next cities are on our list here. So we're going to Savannah, Georgia tomorrow, and that's scheduled to kick off at 12 p.m. Eastern. And then we're going to Morels Inlet, South Carolina at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And after that, we're going to Wilmington, North Carolina, although the location there is to be determined. Morehead City, North Carolina on the 2nd of December. So just stay tuned. And if you want to get a full list of all of the stops, go to TrumpMarch.com. I think we got a Lamborghini over here. Maybe if it pulls forward, we can get a good shot of it. A Lamborghini for Trump. Or is it a Ferrari? You guys tell me. I usually know my sports cars pretty well. I think this is a Lamborghini. Yeah, let's get a shot of this. Look at this, guys. You're going to love it. Here we go. It's got the 45 on the side of it. See, man, I love this enthusiasm for the president. Look at that, man. Winning team 2020. That's beautiful. We got to get an interview with the driver there. Oh, man. This is a beautiful car. Beautiful car. Love to see it. Love to see it. This enthusiasm, man. Again, that's what I love about these pop-up events. I love these grassroots events. I'm a part of a flag wave that we've been holding in Central Florida pretty much all year long. all year long. It started out with just a few patriots on a street corner with Trump flags, and it grew to several hundred. It got to the point where we had to have police presence there because so many anti-Trumpers would come by and hurl stuff and, you know, shout things at us. They want to make sure it was safe. But the point is, the enthusiasm is natural, it's organic. So it really baffles the mind that Joe Biden somehow won all of these key swing states. He lost votes in New York City, he lost votes in LA, he lost votes in all of the major urban areas in America, except for the cities and swing states. But if you talk to people on the left, that's just a conspiracy theory. It's unproven. Elections can't be rigged, except in 2016 when it was rigged against Hillary. This is what we're fighting against, guys. The plethora of fake news, the plethora of propaganda, the office of the president-elect, these things that don't exist, that they're cramming down your throat 24/7. We got conservative media that stabbed the country in the back, sold out, stabbed the president in the back. You've got Republicans, milquetoast rhinos that stabbed the president in the back. You know, Brian Kemp in Georgia. We're fighting against a massive machine. It's pretty much us, the Patriots, against everyone else. And we must stand together. And that's why it's so important that you guys support us at Right Side Broadcasting. Please go to rsbnetwork.com/donate if you want to make a contribution to this movement. We're almost entirely viewer funded. If you don't want to send your hard-earned dollars through the internet, I get it, I understand. You can mail a check to our physical address, 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. Fund this movement. We're almost at 1 million subscribers, and I think we're going to hit it by the end of the year. If you guys watching on YouTube will subscribe and hit that bell notification, you'll be notified whenever we got an interview here. Come on over. We got some camera shy people out here, but we're trying to get some people to come and interview and give their testimony. We had some Vietnamese for Trump here talk about how scary it is to see them rig this election in plain sight. I mean, it's like they're saying there's no evidence. There's no evidence. You can't prove it. These claims are unproven. You're even getting it from people like Ben Shapiro. Why wouldn't he dive into the most obvious thing, like they stopped the count on election night? Come on, man. We all know it with every fiber in your being. You know that this election was stolen. You know that they robbed this president. They robbed us. They don't even hide it. Joe Biden said it himself. We've put together the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in American history. He said that out loud. He said it out loud. Thank you, Joe Biden, for saying that out loud, what we already knew. What we already knew to be true. So it's crazy, guys. It's just insane what's happening. And immigrants can see it better than anyone else because that's what happens in third world countries. That's what happens in banana republics. Oh, this is that great song they played at the rally. They played this song at the rally when Trump had a rally in Miami. Pretty great stuff. I love it. Love it. Love all the grassroots energy out here. People are enthusiastic. We should have the bus coming around any second or any minute. I don't know. Not sure. But just going to interact with you guys here in the chat. Mighty Mouse Media says Biden is America's something. You're funny. You're funny. Thank you for that one, though. Stones Rand, thank you for your super chat, as well as Letitia Helfin. Sorry about that. Mispronounced your name. Thank you so much. Thanks to everyone that's tuning in. I know it's still early around the country. It's what, 8:30 in the morning on the West Coast? Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's bright and early on a Sunday, but what else? What else do you have to do except for tune in to pro-Trump media, pro-America media? These are just American citizens. What's happening in our country right now has almost nothing to do with Trump. It has everything to do with our country, with our nation remaining a sovereign and free country. We need freedom of speech to be upheld. We need the Second Amendment to be upheld. Biden has already selected all the people that he's going to use to basically put the establishment right back in place. The establishment crony control of our country. You'll see jobs go back overseas. You'll see troops go back overseas. You'll see a demoralization of our justice system as these prosecutors just let BLM do whatever they want to do and Antifa do whatever they want to do. Come on in, Grace. Come on in. I'm just, rambling and ranting here. They kind of like when I do that, but I was interacting with the chat here. It looks like you got an interview.
Super chats. Yeah, I have an interview here. Hi there. What's your name?
Good morning. My name is Giselle.
Giselle, nice to meet you.
Same here.
So what are you here doing today?
To support Women for Trump, to support the cause. You know, we're all very distressed because we know that this election was not won by Biden.
Right.
And we're just here to show support, basically.
Awesome. So how do you feel about all the litigation and lawsuits that are going on?
Very hopeful, very hopeful. The truth always wins. God wins, the truth always wins. It's taking time, but we all have to keep praying and keep supporting our president. You know, he won this. It's so obvious. It's blatantly obvious. You know, I went to so many other rallies. When you can get 20, 30,000 people at a rally and you can't get 100 people, not even 10 people, 50 people sometimes at his rallies, and there's just so much there. You know, it's just not believable. And then, of course, all the fraud is being exposed now, so it's just a matter of time, I think. Hope and pray.
Yes. Hope and pray, just a matter of time. The lawyers keep saying gotta wait for the lawsuits to drop, so hopefully we'll get some results then. Are you planning to come to the march in DC?
I'm hoping to. I'm not sure yet, but I'm hoping to. But I said at least let me see the caravan off today.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
so,
set it up.
And it's a beautiful day. Give them our blessings.
I will. Hopefully we get double the amount of people we had at the first one.
Yes. I really would like to be there. I'm trying to be there.
Yes, well, we will definitely see you there.
I know you will. I mean, right side, keep up the good work. You guys are amazing. You know, because we don't have to get into it, but you're just not going to get the real news
Right.
from the fake mainstream news media. It's so disappointing. You know, even Fox, I've just turned them off completely. It's such a disappointment. But we have to keep the faith.
Keep the faith. I like that. Stay strong. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, you know, we got to keep the faith, you guys. Like Senator Doug Mastriano, he held the Pennsylvania public hearing last week. He said, he was talking about the Bible, and he said, the truth shall set you free, and it's so true. You see a lot of the left in total silence over this issue, and if they're not in silence, they're saying that, oh, we don't have any evidence of voter fraud, but there is tons of evidence of voter fraud, and the truth will set you free. So anybody out there who is scared to speak up, you're scared to talk about your experiences, they will be able to help you, and you can stay anonymous if you file your affidavit. So we need to make sure that we are getting the witnesses out there and heard, because what's going on right now is unbelievable. It's not totally unheard of, but it's unheard of on a mass scale across the country. We're looking at, think about it, Arizona, we're looking at Michigan, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Virginia, so all these different places, and we need to make sure that we have a free and fair election. That's the bottom line.
We got something to announce here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed
We've got,
11:45.
well, we got some music here at least. That's some good background noise there, what we're used to at Trump rallies. But I'm announcing, guys, right now that RSBN will be in Phoenix, Arizona tomorrow, because the state legislature is scheduled to hold an election integrity hearing that will include President Trump's lawyers, Jenna Ellis and Rudy Giuliani. So Liz Willis sent that to me. Liz will be on the scene in Phoenix, Arizona tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that, which is all the more reason why you need to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss that. You don't want to miss that, because Right Side Broadcasting will probably be the only media outlet covering it live anyways. These other outlets, while we don't want to, throw shade their way, they don't do what we do. We're unique. There's enough room for all of us to exist in conservative media, so we want to compliment and uplift each other. But Right Side Broadcasting is the only network that's going to bring it to you live, start to finish. No cut-ins, no cutouts, none of that. We're on the ground. This is what we do as a media corporation. This is New Age Media, by the way. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram. Find us on Facebook. We're simulcasting on Diamond and Silk. We simulcast on Father Frank's channel, other people, Charlie Kirk simulcasts our events, because we're growing. This is how it works. Grassroots organic growth in the conservative media space. And it's got the mainstream media panicked. Fox News mainly panicked. And they should be panicked. What do you think, Grace?
Yeah, they definitely should be panicked. I mean, I saw that Fox News, after they refused to air the full hearing, they lost 30% of their viewership. So they should be afraid of losing even more viewers as people continue to get red pilled, because the fact is this movement is not going away. As much as everybody in the media and the establishment would like to believe that it is, they think this is just a one-time phenomenon or something like that. But this is going to be huge over the next several years. This is not going away. So any Republicans who aren't speaking out, it's in their best interest to start defending the president, because we're not going away. We're going to keep defending freedom, supporting the Constitution, and supporting everything that President Trump stands for. So we're definitely not going away. But as far as this event, I heard from the organizer just a few minutes ago that it's going to start at 11:45. So they said the bus is going to roll around then, and then they'll get speakers going at 12.
Perfect. Perfect. And Liz, thank you so much. Liz is watching us right now and helping us cover this on the ground, even though she can't be here with us. She sent me details on the event tomorrow, and this is very urgent, so I want to read it out to you guys because it's very important. Coming out of Phoenix, Arizona, the public hearing with the president's legal team and select members of the Arizona legislature on the recent election. So let me tell you about the schedule, and you can find this on eventbrite.com. And if one of our moderators could put it in the chat, that'd be helpful to all of our viewers out there. So the schedule is tomorrow, November 30th. Doors open at 8 a.m. and it is a free event. Doors open at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. start time. They're going to adjourn for lunch, and then 2 p.m. conclusion. The president's legal team will be present from D.C. to assist in a fact-finding hearing with select members of the Arizona House and Senate and a panel of experts. The goal will be to gather the evidence that justifies calling a special session to contemplate what happened and take immediate action accordingly. The state legislators are uniquely qualified and positioned to hold hearings on election irregularities and fraud before electors are chosen. And as established in Article 2, Section 1(2) of the United States Constitution, state legislators have the sole authority to select their representatives to the Electoral College, providing a critical safeguard against voter fraud and election manipulation, which we saw both of. It wasn't just dead people voting, it was the Dominion software flipping votes. And they keep calling it a glitch. It's not a glitch, it's a feature. Anytime it glitches in one direction, just like all these abnormalities and all these anomalies, only favor Democrats. Again, you know, conspiracy theorists, if you point that out. If you notice, you're a conspiracy theorist. But I mean, we all see what's happening. We know what it is. So anyway, registration details open to the public. Tickets are limited. All attendees must register in advance and secure a ticket online. Social distancing rules will be maintained in accordance with the CDC guidelines, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. But guys, it's going to be a huge event in Phoenix, Arizona. So if you're in the Arizona area, please check it out. Show up, show your support for the president. Also, Right Side Broadcasting will be on the ground providing live coverage via Liz Willis.
That's right. And I think we should talk a little bit about our sponsor, MyPillow. We know that getting a restful night's sleep is crucial to waking up on the right side of the bed, and with Christmas right around the corner, now is the perfect time to check out one of our favorite Patriot-owned companies. Visit mypillow.com and stock up on gifts for yourself and all your loved ones. I highly recommend you guys go to the website and check out like the sheets and towels that they have. It's perfect for setting up rooms for your guests at Christmas. I hope you guys are going to be having guests over for Christmas, so have all your family around and get some MyPillow stocked up. So MyPillow guarantees ultimate relaxation with a wide variety of items to choose from, ranging from ultra plush towels, dog beds, memory foam mattress toppers, Giza dream sheets, and more. You check out all their inventory online at www.mypillow.com. Use code RSBN at checkout for up to 66% off your entire order. Again, that's code RSBN at www.mypillow.com. This is one of our hugest discount codes to date, so make sure to use it while it lasts. It won't last for long, you guys, so up to 66% off. Head on to mypillow.com. So we're just a few short minutes away from this event getting on its way, and we're running a little bit late, but that's okay. We've got lots of fun interviews from patriots who are still supporting the president. You guys, it's such a crucial time. It's a historic time to be involved in this movement and to be broadcasting with Right Side Broadcasting. So.
Yeah, this movement is not going anywhere. The fight is just beginning. We're just getting started. See, the people that are delusional think that because the media called the election for Biden, that the election's over and the Constitution goes out the window and our electoral process goes out the window, and that all of these patriots, all these Trump supporters are just going to go away. Or they're going to fall in line and support some establishment rhino like Jeb Bush or somebody. Like, that's not going to happen. this movement will not go away. Regardless of how this plays out, this movement is going to be here. It's going to grow. It's going to intensify. It's going to get stronger. And we are just going to continue crushing it as a media company, as a country, as a movement. This is a grassroots patriotic resurgence in our country. It's peaceful, 100% peaceful. On the left, it's mostly peaceful, right? Mostly. We're one
but peaceful.
Fiery but peaceful, violent but peaceful. They throw peaceful bricks, all that stuff, you know. But we are actually peaceful. This is a group of people, and we're going against this media establishment, guys. I do subscribe to Vice News because I like to hear what the other side's talking about, and sometimes Vice covers stuff that's not even politics related. So I just got a notification from them. It's a propaganda puff piece on how pro-life evangelicals voted for Biden. I haven't even watched it yet, but I'm sure they found some random people, some anecdotals like, yes, we're pro-life, but we also support this, that, and the third. It makes zero sense, but this is what the media is doing. They're running all these puff pieces for Joe Biden. They coddled him. They carried him over the finish line. At least they tried to, but the law and the truth are going to prevail in this one. But the fact that we have media that is covering this stuff, and they have a whole lot more subscribers than we do, they are pushing this kind of nonsense. It's garbage, and it's unfortunate that so many people don't even hear the other side. They're trapped in this ecosystem of left-wing media. They don't even understand. They don't know that they're hearing a bunch of different stories in the same book, right? They think that flipping from CNN to ABC News and then picking up the New York Times is diversifying the information they're taking in. No, they're just getting left-wing opinions. It's not even fact-based. It's left-wing opinions. They're not even hearing the other side. And if they do, it's very soft. It's not really covering what's actually going on. And that's what's so dangerous, is a lot of people don't realize that they're in a bubble of information that skews one direction. It doesn't give them a balanced, fair perspective on what's going on.
And I want to clarify, there is no president-elect officially. The traditional rule goes when you just announce a president on the night of election night, only goes when it's uncontested. This is a contested election, so it's completely irresponsible for networks like CNN and even Fox and all these, Politico, whatever, to be calling this election so early for Joe Biden. And I saw a really interesting, I don't know what you call it, meme, infographic, whatever, but it shows how many states, the number of electoral votes that each candidate has from the states who have actually officially certified their elections already. And it's only, I think Joe Biden has about 35 and President Trump has about 72 or something like that. Those are from the states, so that's technically the official tally. Neither of them have gotten near to 270, and they won't until all this litigation is finished. So again, it's irresponsible for the networks to call the election for Joe Biden. And under our electoral process, the electors don't meet the Electoral College does not meet to pledge their votes until December 14th this year. It's on the second Tuesday of every December or something like that, but it's December 14th this year, so that's the date that the official electors will be pledged. So until that date, there is no president-elect.
Good point, Grace. Good point. Yeah, because so many people, myself included, in elections past, I would watch the news. I watched CNN for the 2016 election. I've been transparent about this because I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't know that it was fake news. I didn't know it was propaganda. I didn't know all these things. I would watch the news and they would call these states and I would be like, oh, okay, I guess it's over, because the media called it. And I would see headlines the next day. 2016, of course, they had Madam President headlines pre-printed, but that's a whole nother story. So they really do, and they've even said, New York Times said that we call the election. The lady on Fox News, I forget her name, she's like, we called it already. We called it. Remember, she got caught on a hot mic saying, we called it. That's what so many people actually believe. I had friends that were bragging, talking about now it's time to heal and build back better, even though that's not how it works. You don't just build back better because the Democrats in office, and we don't want to get into the Great Reset. I could go on a tangent, people, but I won't. But so many people trust the media and they believe that the media calls the election. But like you said, it's the electors casting their votes. We're voting for electors to cast their votes for the president. And as it stands right now, there are more electors for President Trump than for Joe Biden. And that's the important number. That's what we need to focus on. Tell what?
Tell your liberal friends.
Tell your liberal friends that this is not over. I'm just kind of waiting in the wings. I don't want to be putting it out there yet. I want to wait until it's all said and done because I feel like that's a responsible thing to do. I am calling out that the election was fraudulent, that the votes were fraudulent. So we had they had a two-pronged approach to try to steal this election, and part of it was election fraud, the other part was voter fraud. I want to wait until all of the truth surfaces, wait until all the facts are uncovered, and then once the president is officially re-elected, then I'm going to go off on social media. Oh, I'm going to let people have it. I'm going to let people have it. But for now, because we're traveling through some murky times as a country, I'm keeping the faith because anything could happen. It is 2020.
I'm going to go out there and say that I've been calling the election for President Trump because if you count legal votes, like the president says, he won this election because when you look on election night, which is when the results were supposed to be called, President Trump won by the end of election night. It wasn't until election morning that Biden was suddenly ahead by hundreds of thousands of votes across the country. And that doesn't count. It's past election day. I mean, we saw these postal workers backdating. I mean, one of the whistleblowers came out to Project Veritas and said, yes, a higher up said that we should be backdating votes that came in after the 3rd to the 3rd so that they could be counted, and that is completely fraudulent. And the Trump lawyers have a lot of work to do ahead of them. Jenna Ellis and Rudy Giuliani have so much to sort through, and I just hope that it isn't irredeemable and that we can figure this election out. There's a lot of different legal options. There are pathways to victory, like the Trump campaign always says. All you have to do is read the election law as put forth by the United States Constitution, which a lot of people don't. But yes, we have lots of options, and I'm convinced that at the very least, we will come out knowing that we need more and more safeguards to prevent this from happening in future elections. And the best possible turnout is President Trump stays in office for another 4 years, which is what I'm inclined to believe will happen.
Yes, and that's what it's all about is being responsible and accurate. Like, what we want is truth and transparency. We don't want boards up over windows. We don't want ballot dumps at 4 a.m. that go one direction. We don't want ballots flipped and software flipping stuff. I mean, we saw this in the Democrat primary when they screwed up the Iowa caucus. They rigged it against Bernie 2 years in a row. If Bernie wasn't such a loser, he would have stood up for himself. We know that elections can be rigged. We know that the elections can be manipulated. And we see that social media and big tech and big media can put their thumb on the scales in favor of one candidate. So they can manipulate, they can rig, they can do all these things. We just want the truth to come out, and if the truth goes against the president, so be it. We have to accept the outcome of the election. We can't be hypocrites. We know that no Trump supporters going to go burn down buildings. We know that there's not going to be any looting or anything like that, but we just want the truth to come out. We want truth, transparency, and we want to preserve the integrity of our election. Now, the bus will be pulling around here shortly, guys, but before it pulls around, I want to tell you guys, for those of you that just tuned in, tell you one more time about our partner for the day. We know that getting a restful night's sleep is crucial to waking up on the right side of the bed, and with Christmas right around the corner, now is the perfect time to check out one of our favorite Patriot-owned companies. Visit MyPillow.com and stock up on gifts for yourself and your loved ones. MyPillow guarantees ultimate relaxation with a wide variety of items. Choose from, they range from plush pillows, plush towels, dog beds, memory foam mattress toppers, Giza Dream sheets, and more. Check out all of their inventory online at MyPillow.com. Use the promo code, that's a loud jet, wow. Use the promo code RSBN at checkout for up to 66% off of your entire order. Again, that's code RSBN at MyPillow.com for up to 66% off of your entire order. This is one of the hugest discount codes to date, so make sure you use it while it lasts. And guys, it's going to last through who knows how long, but we're going to be covering it and covering these rallies all the way to Washington, D.C. up until December 12th. That's what our last stop. We're going to be in several different cities, several different states, holding 2 rallies per day. This is the first of 2 stops in the state of Florida. We're going to be in Ormond Beach tonight at 6:30 p.m., so make sure you're tuned in for that. And let me go back to the Super Chats here. And I see we've got 13,000 watching, which is impressive for this time of morning. It really is. Thank you so much for everyone that tuned in this morning so far. Please give us a thumbs up. I see we've got 13,000 thumbs up, which is great, matching the number of viewers. Please make sure you subscribe to RSBN and hit the bell notification. Support this movement. Support this media. While we travel around the country, we've got 20-plus stops. 20-plus stops. We're going to be in Missouri, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. I'm getting to check several states off my list. I want to visit all 50 states, and I'm going to get to check a few off my list, which is really impressive because I've been to so many so far. We got a super chat from Leticia. Yes, we got yours. Thank you so much. And I want to interact with the chat here. Laura Lee says, I love My Pillows and Mike Lindell. Great story. Go to his website. Check out his story. He was on drugs, and now he's a CEO. Just an incredible story. He's like the epitome of the American dream. Like so many of the rappers who loved Trump but now turned him into Hitler overnight. A lot of these people have these American success stories. And Mike Lindell's one of those people, even though he's not a rapper. Just want to point that out. Steve, thank you for your super chat. God bless you, Steve. And thanks to everyone that's watching on all of our other social media platforms, watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Twitter, thank you so much. Make sure you like and share this. Get in front of some eyeballs. Let's get the view count up and help RSBN reach 1 million subscribers by the end of this year. Let's reach 1 million subscribers on this tour. This is the kickoff. For those of you tuning in, the kickoff. We got the bus moving here, so we're going to bring it to you live. This is the kickoff, the first of 20 plus events across the country that will end in Washington, D.C. on December 12th, where there will be a massive March for Trump. Hopefully it'll be as big, at least as big as the one in November. We're going to pan around here and show you guys the bus here momentarily. But this is put on by Women for America First. If you go to TrumpMarch.com, you can see a list of all of the stops that they will be making and see if we're coming to a state near you or your state. And this is just the kickoff. We're kicking off here in Doral, Florida here. Momentarily, the bus will be pulling up here, and then there will be some speakers. I think they will be speaking with a bullhorn. I don't think it's going to be a microphone stage setup. Yeah, we're going to get the bus pull around here momentarily. You'll get a good shot of it, guys. Again, thanks to everyone that's tuned in. Thanks to everyone that supports us at Right Side Broadcasting. If you want to donate to us, if you want to help us, because we are viewer supported, please go to rsbnetwork.com/donate. You can also donate via Super Chat on YouTube. The little bottom right-hand corner is a little $sign. You can support us that way. Or you can mail a check to our physical address, 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. And here comes the March for Trump bus. This is going to be a massive tour. We encourage you to caravan alongside us as we travel around the country. Here comes this bus. We're going to be following this bus. Right Side Broadcasting is around the nation. Beautiful bus. Here they come. They're pulling in, and we got the Lambo right behind them. And you see you got Right Side Broadcasting on the bus. You got My Pillow on the bus. This is beautiful. Get a load of that bus. I think someone's alarm is going off. It's kind of annoying. I hope that gets resolved here shortly. The bus is pulling in here. I guess I'll just talk over this car alarm as it goes off. That's cool. That's fun. But yes, guys, look at that beautiful bus here with President Trump on it. I'd like to think that as we get further north, we're going to be triggering some people. There's going to be some triggering. Now, again, this is going to be a caravan. So there are going to be several cars following along the way. Feel free to join in. Feel free. I know conservatives work. Conservatives have jobs. Not to say that liberals don't have jobs, but a lot of them, you know. Anyway, if you have time, join us. Again, go to TrumpMarch.com. If you go to TrumpMarch.com, you can see a list of these tour stops. And you can see when and where we're going to be stopping, and feel free to join us. Myself and Grace and our great cameraman, Joe Petrie, will be present at all of these stops. So the door is open up. I think we'll be in good position to hear the speakers. I hope we'll be in good position. Maybe they'll come over here. If not, people are going to go over there. I'm not really certain, but As the bus empties out, we're gonna bring it to you live. Looks like I think we may need to move the camera. All right. In case you guys were wondering what that sound is, he wants you to know that he's here. He wants you to know that he's here. People are getting photos of it. It's great. So we're just waiting here, guys. Thank you again for everyone that tuned in. Yeah, people just surrounding the car here. I'm just gonna bring you commentary of what you can see, I guess. I don't know. And if the chat were working correctly, I would interact with you guys here. Sometimes they're running slow here. But thank you, moderators, for putting the mypillow.com link in the chat on YouTube. Remember, guys, use the offer code RSBN. I was on the website. There's several different offer codes there, but use RSBN at checkout. That is the way that will help us. And you'll get up to 66% off. Okay, we got people's, it looks like all the attention is on the Lambo here. Rightfully so. But the bus, I mean, come on, the bus, man. The bus is great. There's a lot of people moving around to the Lamborghini here.
Mike,
yeah, what's going on?
we see you with Father Pavone every night.
You do what?
We see you with Father Pavone every night.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting us. We appreciate it. And thank you for the super chat. Whiskey Foxtrot says, fight back for America. That's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. And we're going to continue doing this. Like I said, they're not just going to be able to shoehorn Joe Biden and Kamala Harris into the presidency. It's not going to happen. I mean, we're not going to let it happen. We're not just going to roll over like so many of these Republicans are doing. What is Brian Kemp doing in Georgia exactly? I'm just saying, man, there's a reason they couldn't steal Florida, because we have a true America First patriot in Ron DeSantis as our governor. I thought Georgia had the same thing. I really did, but apparently I was wrong. He won't stop the steal. Someone said in the chat they're going to buy some new pillows. Just make sure you use that promo code RSBN and you'll get up to 66% off your entire purchase. And let's see who else we got here in the chat. Now the chat's moving. Now I can see stuff. Lady Falcon says Trump winning. Silva Cat says reform the media. We're doing our part. We're doing our part by being. How did we reach a point where we're the opposition to the so-called conservative establishment media? Aren't you so grateful that Fox News showed you who they are? They showed you who they are, and they've been showing you who they are. When they hired Donna Brazile, you should have knew who they were. How are you going to hire Donna Brazile to provide election coverage? I'm surprised they didn't let her moderate the debate instead of Chris Wallace. Makes no sense. Someone said Kemp laundering money. We're going to be moving a little bit, guys, so bear with us here as we lift it up. Yep. All right. Go ahead, Grace.
Okay. So as you guys can see, people are ready to hear the speakers get going here, and God, I felt the energy when the bus rolled in. They started playing Eye of the Tiger, and it's just the perfect song because we are getting ready to
Trump 2020!
I'm sure you guys heard that loud and clear through the microphone. It said Trump 2020. This fight is not over yet.
14 days from now, we are going to end in Washington, D.C. in the biggest rally for a president anyone has ever seen before, put on by people for the president. Donald Trump has been reelected. And you are proof of that. No more fraud! No more fraud! No more fraud! But before we get going very much farther, may want to turn around a bit and look at the beautiful stars and stripes and let's say our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So Women for America First is happy to welcome you here. All of you who are going part of the way, some of the way, we welcome you all. We know that you are in the enlightened group of people who actually know Donald Trump won this election. Now you have to go and help promote it and enlighten some of your unenlightened viewers and friends of other not so enlightened shows.
You're being too nice. Right?
We're very happy to have Right Side Broadcasting Network here with us. And we also have our chairman, Amy Kramer. We have Dustin Stockton, Cindy Javian, Jen Lawrence, and Bay Cagle on the end. So I know that all of you know, they say democracy dies in darkness. And so it's kind of apropos that at 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, when it was the darkest of dark, thousands and thousands of ballots came in, only for Joe Biden.
Yeah.
We're not going to put up with that attempt. We caught them red-handed over and over and over again. This election is not over. This counting or uncounting has just begun. Yes, Donald Trump won with more votes than any other, more real votes than any other candidate ever. Everyone here believes in one real person, one real vote. Democrats believe one USB is good enough for me. So, I'm going to hand it off to our chairman, Amy Kramer. She's going to inform you a little bit more of what we're doing, why we're doing it, because we need to give hope to the people around America, and we need to give hope to Donald Trump not to give up the fight.
Right Side Broadcasting.
Welcome, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. We're so excited to be here in South Florida to kick off this March for Trump. Our president is going to stay our president for another 4 years. And I want to thank James Charles, my better half, for kicking it off here for us and helping lead the bus in. He introduced all of us here, but let me tell you, there's a team behind making this run. I'm former chairman of Tea Party Express. I've done countless tours across this nation. We would usually take 2 to 3 months to put together a bus tour. And this great team, when I said to them 2 days after the March for Trump in Washington 2 weeks ago, I said, how about we take it on the road? They all kind of looked at me and said, let's go. And here we've got this bus together, and we are headed to Washington for another MAGA March for Trump in Washington, D.C. You know, in the fall of last year, when the Democrats started their impeachment We marched for Trump 2 weeks ago where we had in excess of 1 million people in Washington, D.C. We didn't know how many people to expect. We put that together in 5 days. We thought maybe 10,000 people. You guys, I can't believe how many people showed up from across the country, all four corners. Now we're headed back there, and we've got caravans coming from South Florida. I know that some people are here that met us here from Kentucky. They're following us. I know some other people from Nashville. Where? Texas. Yeah, we've got a lot of people that are going with us. You can go as far as you want. We welcome you. There's going to be plenty of us. This could be the largest MAGA drag to interstate we've ever seen. And it's not too late to decide. Our schedule is on TrumpMarch.com. You can go find the schedule. If you can't leave with us today, pick up with us tomorrow or another day. We welcome you. And the people across America welcome you. People are sitting at home watching the news, even Fox News, and thinking it's over. They're thinking it's over. They're losing hope. It's not over. And this bus and all of these people here, the message is it's not over. And President Trump, the cavalry is on the way. We've got your back. We do love Trump. We 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 love Trump. So I'm going to turn it over to Dustin Stockton, who has been a godsend and a blessing. And I want to give a shout out before I give it to you, Dustin, to Right Side Broadcasting. Thank you so much for being here, for covering us. Thank you to Mike Lindell and My Pillow. Mike's not here, but he'll be picking up with us soon. Steve Bannon and the War Room, and Scott Graves in the Liberty Lab, who has done our website. But we couldn't make it happen without all these people. You're part of our team. We love all of you. And this is a mission. We're on a mission to save this nation. And I'm glad to be standing here with each of you. I'm honored. Thank you so much. And I'm going to turn it over to Dustin.
What's up, guys? Let me hear you. I got to speak at that event in D.C. And again, it's one of those things like when you put these things together, you don't know if anyone's going to come to your party. Right? You don't know if you're going to walk out and there's going to be no one there. But there were so many people, so many of you out there everywhere who have not given up, who are not going to give up, and who know what happened. We know that senile old idiot didn't beat the greatest president ever, don't we? Stop the steal. Now listen, this is the most serious fight I can imagine. I've been doing bus tours with Amy and this crew since our Tea Party days over a decade ago. And we've always been worried and dedicated to preserving the Constitution and preserving the rare rights that are blessed to us as Americans. The the stakes have never been higher. If we allow them to steal this election from President Trump so blatantly, it's over. It's over. The American experiment, which has done more to advance mankind than any system ever in history, will be officially over. And we can't stand, I'm not going to be part of the generation that doesn't give that to my children. I've had an opportunity to speak to a lot of people, and I know over the next couple of weeks I'm going to, and I've done a lot of quiet contemplation and prayer about what kind of message that I want to deliver and that I want to spread, and this is what I've come up with. Let me know what you guys think. A well-armed and self-reliant populace who takes personal responsibility can never be oppressed and will never be ruled. It is the tyrant's curse. There's three prongs to that. Well-armed, because we will not allow a monopolization of force. We're not going to let the UN Blue Hats come rule us. That's number one. Self-reliant. And we've let this one go a little bit. We've allowed our communication channels to be ruled by big tech oligarchs. We've got to fix that. We've got to come together offline, outside their control. You've got to be Sam Adams meeting in the basement of your bars. You are surrounded by other patriots right now. If you guys get together, you have no idea what you can accomplish together. You have no idea how much power you have. You have to meet offline. We have to create self-reliance in all things, but one of our weaknesses now is communication. And so we have to build these things independently. And the final is personal responsibility, which is we see what they're doing to try to promise us security for COVID in exchange for giving away our God-given rights. We can't allow it. We all want to be safe. We all don't want people to be sick, but we can't give away our rights. We have the responsibility. We take the responsibility. We take the risk, and that's how we roll in America. When we wrap up here, and we're going to be very brief because we're worried about traffic heading up, and we've got some important guests to meet. But when we wrap up, we're hoping that you guys will follow the bus. We're going to do one lap around the park here. You guys will see me standing out here. I'll have my phone out. I'll have a camera guy with me. And our hope is that as you guys drive by, we'll all cheer. This is the kickoff we were hoping for. We appreciate you guys coming out. We have to continue to fight. President Trump has done more to stand for our veterans, to stand for us. He hasn't started wars. He is the president. He's better than any president in my lifetime. And Joe Biden is compromised by the commies in China. I'm not handing my government over to the commies in China. Hell no. Stop the steal. 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 All right. We have a couple special guests here I want to point out. So what you guys may not know is that Donald Trump went to this place called the New York Military Academy. It's right next to West Point, and it brings up some of the most incredible people, and we're happy to have a couple of them joining us today, and Jack Sefrin and Chris Harley. Raise your hand, guys. There is a network of people who have been working for 4 years to stop what was coming, what we saw in this election. Do not lose faith. Do not lose hope, because we are going to win this thing, and we are going to start the American renewal and make this country greater than it's ever been. Make elections great again. Make America great again. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Join the caravan to freedom, baby. Follow us. TrumpMarch.com.
All right. Well, it looks like they're wrapping up here. It looks like I don't think there's any speakers, but if you guys heard, there's going to be a lap around of all of the cars, like caravan fashion. They're just going to follow the bus around as they make a lap around this park. And I think we're positioned perfectly to bring it to you here. Obviously, the bus is blocking the other side of the park, but it does loop all the way around. So once they get going here, we will bring you that footage, and then we're going to be wrapping up quickly because we've got to get on the road. I mean, we're following this bus. Wherever this bus goes, Right Side Broadcasting will be following. And we're going to bring live coverage of all of the events. Again, tonight we're going to be in Ormond Beach, Florida. Ormond Beach. It's about 3 hours north of here, really close to my house. Volusia County. If you're there, I know I got Volusia County patriots up there. They know me well. They follow us at Right Side Broadcasting. And they're also holding a flag wave today. They do every Sunday in New Smyrna Beach. So for those of you that are planning to be there, maybe you guys reroute, or when you're done at New Smyrna Beach, come on up to Ormond Beach. If you go to TrumpMarch.com, You can get the exact location. In fact, I think I'll read it out on air because I believe I have it saved here in my phone. But yeah, let me see. The address for Ormond. No, I actually do not have it right here. But while I'm on air, I'm going to just pull it up for those of you that are interested in attending. So you have the address of the Ormond Beach location.
Be safe,
Trump
Mike.
March. Will
Nice to
do.
meet
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much.
Do you have one quick second?
We're live right now. If you want to do an interview,
Sure.
do you have something to say? Well, you're in front of the camera here. Come, if you want to come on over here. Oh, actually, we can scoot over this way. Yeah. Okay. What's your name?
My name is Bill Erickson.
Okay. What's going on with you, Bill?
Well, I just, I'm really glad to be here. I'm glad you guys are covering these events, covered some of the rallies. My only message would be, I'm a lifelong Republican, lifelong pro-life. Trump has been the strongest Republican president in my lifetime, in my opinion, and he's been the strongest pro-life president. And my question is, where's the GOP? Where's Rick Scott? Where's Marco Rubio? Where are these guys? We have a constitutional crisis going on right now. We have lawsuits going on in Pennsylvania, in Michigan, in Georgia. We have real legitimate questions about our Constitution, and the GOP is completely silent. And if they think that they're just going to hide during this time and people are going to come out and support them when this is all over, they got another thing coming. Because I've been to a lot of these rallies. You meet people that are not lifelong dyed-in-the-wool Republicans. You got people that are former Democrats. You got people that are independents. They are not coming out for the GOP. And people like me that are lifelong Republican Party members, I am absolutely appalled and disappointed that they're not supporting the president and they're not supporting a legitimate review of what happened in this election.
Yeah, you speak my mind. I've been ranting about this all morning, how a lot of the GOP, clearly, I'm grateful for this moment in time because we're able to see the veil be lifted on who is really in our favor and who's not. The fact of the matter is President Trump is pro-America, and we the people are pro-America. And then you've got the political establishment that consists of Democrats and Republicans, rhinos. I talked about how John McCain was the deciding vote that kept us from repealing Obamacare. Mitt Romney, every time you put a microphone in his face, he bashes the president. Dan Crenshaw supports red flag laws. Jim Jordan takes money from Google while people get censored on social media accounts. You've got Brian Kemp in Georgia. What the hell is Brian Kemp doing? You've got, it's almost as if they think that by them rigging the election and installing Biden, that all these conservatives and pro-Trumpers are going to fall back in line and support a rhino like Jeb Bush or something. Like we're just going to go back to the days of old.
It's not happening. And for me, I don't know so much about all the names you just mentioned, but for me, there's a legitimate question here about this election, okay? The states need to certify. The electoral college process needs to go forward. Are we going to have a situation like Rutherford B. Hayes and Tilden back in the 1870s? I don't know. Are we going to have an election that's decided by the House? I don't know. But these are legitimate things. And the fact that no major leader of the GOP is saying anything about it is really frustrating to me. So my message to my senators in Florida and to others around the country, you better wake up because if you don't start being vocal and supporting this process of a legitimate, fair review of what happened in this election, you're not going to have the support you think you're going to have.
Yeah, I echo that. They will not have my support. I helped get Ron DeSantis elected down here. I campaigned pretty hard for him. I feel like Ron DeSantis is a pro-America governor, and that's why our elections were smooth in Florida.
I agree with
for us
that.
to be the largest state, the third largest state in the country, the largest swing state, we had all our votes counted, all 60, what do we have, 65, 67 counties? We got them all counted. They were all, it was clean.
Yeah.
And that is how it should have been in all these other states. I don't know what happened in Georgia, but I know that all of these Republicans that think that by them getting Trump out of the way, that they're going to go back to the way things were. No, they're going to be voted out. These are their last days, and we see who they are.
Yep, I agree with you, Mike. Keep up the good work. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you. Now, let me get you guys the address, what I was in the middle of doing here. Because for those of you that are in Volusia County, I want you guys to come out for this. So let me get this TrumpMarch.com. And if the moderators can beat me to it, as far as putting the address in the chat, that would be ideal. But I got the website pulled up here because I know that there's a lot of patriots that are going to be at the flag wave at the corner of, I forget the street corner, but it's in New Smyrna Beach, which is not far from Ormond Beach. And that is being held from 3 to 5:30. So you guys are in perfect space, perfect shape to come on over afterwards. Okay, here we go. The Ormond Beach rally is tonight at 6:30 p.m. at 3455 Relay Road, Ormond Beach, Florida 32174.
Okay.
There's also a Facebook event page for that too.
Clockwise, you guys need to go to the left and...
Okay, they're just organizing the caravan here. They're going to make a few laps. Grace, you got anything?
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the turnout that we had here at such short notice. Like they were saying, they only had 2 weeks to plan this March for Trump caravan around the east and the north. They got me on the camera again. I have no self-awareness apparently, but yeah, so they got a good turnout and everyone's so excited here. They are, and it's not just that they were excited, it's just that they're fired up. They're like, we are not going to lose this election, and I am going to do everything in my power to show the president support, because he's been supporting us through the past 4 years. Every single thing the president has done has been for the American people, and these supporters here recognize that and they understand that, and they want to make sure that we have free and fair elections moving forward, and that President Trump wins an election that's rightfully his by the votes, by counting all the legal votes. So we will be caravanning around. I think we're going up through North Florida today, then into Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, all the way up north to Michigan and down to DC. So we're going to be doing 23 stops in 13 days, as Mike has been pointing out, and we're going to be doing 2 a day. So you guys are going to see our faces a lot, and it's going to be great. I'm so excited to see everybody come out, show their support for the president. And we are going to talk about our sponsor, MyPillow, a little bit. We know that getting a restful night's sleep is crucial to waking up on the right side of the bed, and with Christmas right around the corner, now is the perfect time to check out one of our favorite Patriot-owned companies. Visit MyPillow.com and stock up on gifts for yourself and all your loved ones. MyPillow guarantees ultimate relaxation with a wide variety of items to choose from, ranging from ultra plush towels, dog beds, memory foam mattress toppers, Giza dream sheets, and more. You can check out all their inventory online at www.mypillow.com. Use code RSBN at checkout for up to 66% off your entire order. Again, that's code RSBN at www.mypillow.com. This is one of their hugest discount codes to date, so make sure to use it while it lasts. And I know you guys need some stuff upcoming for the holidays, so make sure you use our discount code RSBN at checkout. We are getting ready to watch the bus go around a loop, and we're gonna, sorry Mike, I had his phone, you guys. We're gonna watch this bus go around the loop, and then we are going to get in our rental car and follow behind them. It's gonna be very fun, and I love road trips, and I love the history that we're gonna be able to see throughout all these different states. And to make sure that we continue going to all these events and public hearings and all the great things that we're going to start broadcasting, because no other news network will, we need all the support we can get. So you guys can donate to our Super Chats on YouTube, but they take about 30% of the donations that we get there. So we appreciate any support you guys can send us on our website, which is www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. We really appreciate all of your guys' support. We had so many people come up to us at this event and say hello and talk about all that we're doing and how much it means to them, because they're not able to get the kind of coverage that we show you guys on the mainstream media. And it's really sad that the media, who is supposed to report news, that's literally their objective, yet they will not do it. They cut away, they make excuses, they say all kinds of things, and they say, oh, we don't want to show you that because there's no merit to it, and they say all kinds of stuff, and it's terrible. But Right Side Broadcasting is making an unprecedented effort to continue showing you guys the truth, no matter what the truth is, and we're going to keep doing it. Okay. And now we are going to head out to Ormond Beach, Florida. Take us about 3 hours. So this is Grace Saldana, and I'm here with
Mike-nificent. You can follow me on the social medias. If you just search Mike-nificent on YouTube, it should pop right up. Mike-nificent813 on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and all other social media. I'm also on Parler. I'm on BitChute. I'm on Rumble. Follow me, Mike-nificent813. And we're going to be wrapping, guys, because we actually need to get behind this bus. We thought we'd be able to bring you live coverage of the caravan, but we're going to be in the caravan because we're heading out right after that. So, guys, tune in this evening, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time from Ormond Beach. We'll see you then.